Welcome to part 3 of our 4-part video series on AI discrimination in hiring. In this episode, we shine a light on a critical question. Which groups are facing the harshest discrimination from AI screening tools? While previous parts explored name-based bias, today we're focusing on groups that often go unnoticed in these conversations: older workers and people with disabilities. Emerging research and audits reveal that AI systems can unfairly penalize applicants based on subtle clues like graduation year, gaps in employment, or language that hints at physical limitations. These biases can result in qualified candidates being automatically filtered out before a human even reviews their resume. If you haven't yet watched Part 1 and Part 2, we highly recommend checking those out first to build a strong foundation. You'll find direct links to all episodes in the description box below. In this video, we'll break down the data, the hidden signals AI systems use to make decisions, and how these systems disproportionately affect older individuals and those with disabilities, deepening inequality in the digital hiring era. Women and intersectional bias. When a resume contains the word women's, the algorithm treats it like a red flag instead of a simple club or volunteer group. Auditors found that one large company's resume screener pushed any file with women's soccer, women's chess, or women's coding meetup, several ranks lower, even when every other qualification was identical. That single keyword was enough to drop otherwise qualified applicants out of the top 50 shortlist, which means a human recruiter never even saw them. It gets worse when multiple identities overlap. A 2024 experiment that sent 40,000 paired resumes to real job boards showed how. White male names were chosen 85% of the time. White female names fell to 11%. Black male names barely registered. But black female names virtually disappeared from the algorithm's recommended list, surfacing less than 1% of the time. That means black women weren't merely hit by one bias, gender or another race, they were hit by both at once, amplifying the penalty. These systems also latch onto subtle gender proxies that people don't even realize are risky. Soft skill phrases like collaborative, supportive, or excellent communicator are more common on women's resumes, and the algorithm often reads them as fluff compared with managed, led, or executed, which appear more on men's. So without ever asking about gender, the tool can still guess and downgrade. Age bias shows up the instant an algorithm sees a graduation date. Several commercial applicant tracking systems automatically assign lower fit scores once a resume hints the candidate is over 45. One audit found a 30-year gap between college graduation and today's date triggered an instant rejection in 8 out of 10 tests. What's shocking is that nothing in U.S. law allows companies to set an upper age limit, yet the software quietly does it for them. Even little details betray age. Listing 20-plus years of experience sounds impressive to humans but signals too old to some screeners. In video interview tools, the bias gets more blatant. Wrinkles, gray hair, or a slower speech tempo all feed computer vision models that were trained mostly on younger faces and voices. The result? Older candidates receive lower charisma or energy scores and never learn why. For applicants with disabilities, bias often starts with resume gaps. Taking time off for medical treatment or rehabilitation is perfectly normal. Yet the algorithm sees any gap longer than 6 months and drops the resume's relevance score by up to 40%, according to a 2023 University of Melbourne audit. Screeners also punish non-standard layouts that many assistive technology users rely on. If your resume is structured for a screen reader instead of a flashy template, the parser can't read it and records blank fields, then labels you low information and filters you out. Personality and cognitive tests add another hurdle. Timed word association games or rapid response math quizzes disadvantage neurodivergent applicants who process information differently. Because most vendors don't allow extra time or alternative formats, the algorithm mislabels a disability as poor problem solving or lack of drive. Why this matters? All these examples show the same pattern. The algorithm isn't malicious, it's just mirroring whatever it learned. If past hires skew male, white, young, and able-bodied, the model will keep replicating that snapshot. Left unchecked, it quietly cements decades of exclusion into lines of code that never sleep, never second-guess themselves, and screen thousands of resumes a minute. Now that we've uncovered which groups are most affected, the next question becomes a practical one. How can you recognize when an AI is acting as a gatekeeper? filtering your application before it ever reaches a human? And more importantly, what can you do to overcome it? This isn't just a theoretical concern. Many job seekers today unknowingly submit their resumes to systems that make automated judgments in seconds, based on patterns that may reinforce bias or exclude qualified candidates. That's why you won't want to miss part 4 of this series, where we shift from awareness to action. We'll explore how to protect yourself from AI bias, the signs that AI might be screening you out, and the steps you can take to improve your chances of getting noticed by both machines and humans. If this video helped shed light on these hidden barriers, please hit the like button, share your personal hiring stories or questions in the comments, and subscribe for more critical explorations of how technology is reshaping the way we work and live, often in ways we don't see until it's too late.